everybody wants more followers. Everybody wants to be known by more people because in a lot of people's mind, followers equals money, when in fact it doesn't. But getting followers on Instagram is a totally different beast than monetizing your Instagram. I mean, and that's something that I learned the hard way, actually, because your followers don't pay your bills, right? It's not like how when you stream on Twitch, people can donate to you, right? Like, my followers are not Venmoing me like every day that I post, but in fact, I get money off of sponsorships. And so learning how to monetize yourself on Instagram can be hard because, well, if you're a girl and you're posting only risque photos, what type of brands are going to want to work with you? Well, probably only the brands that are risque, or brands that can use your photos. You are kind of limiting yourself from working with brands that are family oriented, because brands that are family oriented aren't going to be posting titty pics on their pages. So it's like figuring out who you are, what your brand is, and how to monetize yourself. They're all different, and I feel like people can kind of get, what the kids say nowadays, lost in the sauce, because you're here and you're growing, and people think that, oh, I gained 200 followers today and 300 yesterday, I'm doing so well for myself, when in fact you're not. You're just gaining more followers. You're not getting brand deals. You're not signing contracts. Your numbers are just going up.
So for the, like, say there, I mean, I know you have a lot of admirers and stuff, like maybe, younger girls or 20-year-olds who are starting, like, what would you said
Yeah.
advice, like monetizing, like what advice would you kind of give to those new people? Like, you said followers aren't everything. So is it more just being aware and reading about how to work things out, or is it more through experience, or what kind of tips?
Those are the only DMs that I honestly do answer, is when girls ask me about, or even guys, when they ask, how do I get into this? Because the industry is so big and there's so much money to be made. There is so much room for so many more people. So if you want to get into it as soon as possible today. And I always tell them consistency is key. So posting consistently is going to help you grow quickly. Get a lawyer too. If you are starting to get brand deals, get a lawyer. Have your lawyer read over the contract, because the number one thing you want to protect in this world is yourself. You want to protect your brand. You want to protect your, like, who you are, and just whatever type of um, Instagram persona you're creating for yourself. So definitely read through your contracts and never be afraid to ask for more money. I mean, at the end of the day, if someone says no, or if the company says no, you're stuck in the same place you are now.
Yeah,
So that's the
that
advice that I
and that
usually give.
last advice is amazing. It's even in like regular work jobs, a lot of people, they'll get mad or resentful towards the company because they feel like they're not getting paid, but then they're not asking. It's crazy how just
Exactly.
ask and fight for yourself.
If I had someone to tell me what I needed to do, I would have gotten to this point 6 months ago in half the time. But like I said, it's been a learning experience. I don't regret it at all. I mean, there are so many times where I should have asked for more money. There's so many times where I should have walked away and I should have said no to a brand deal because I was being exploited. As a young girl in this industry, I'm educated. Like, I have a college degree. I have no problem speaking up for myself, but I still feel like I get walked all over in this industry, because at one point I didn't have a manager. It wasn't until I got a manager where things kind of started to play out better for myself, because I had someone else speaking for me. And some of the time now I do take over my Instagram. I mean, I do take over my email, and I'm able to do it for myself better now. Um, but when I do get into like a little bit of a rough patch with a brand, I tell them, you know what, I thank you so much for communicating with me, and for always being so quick with the emails, but I don't feel like I'm getting what I want out of this contract right now. I'm gonna pass you back to my manager and see
Yeah.
if you guys can work it out. I'm just honest with them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with telling someone that you think you deserve more. I mean, at the end, and that is the number one key to just Instagram and to life, is like, you have to understand how much you think you're worth. So when you're setting those rates for yourself as a model or whatever, you have to think about, okay, how much is my time worth? Like if I were working a regular job, I would be getting paid this much amount of money. I always think about how much I could be getting paid if I was working still for that super PAC. I would be getting paid $25 an hour. So my minimum for any type of job, sorry, hold on, my dog, Teddy. My minimum for any type of job is not gonna fall any below that. And because it's my brand and because I'm gonna be expected to post on Instagram, I tack on more money to that because I mean, that's just what I think I'm worth. So you have to be very self-aware in this game, and you have to be very confident. And it can be very hard to be confident in a world that is constantly judging you.
Yes,
So.
and you're kind of, they obviously, the companies know how things work. You're just the newbie, so it can be hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to know yourself so you can have the confidence to be like, no, you know what, I'm gonna, or be bold. And no one likes confrontation. This is what I learned. Like everyone hates confrontation,
Yeah.
but sometimes you can always confront people with in a loving kind of way. You don't have to be bitter and
Yeah.
harsh.
Yeah. You don't have to be rude. It's just business. You just have to be bold and straight to the point. And honestly, companies appreciate that. They don't want someone who's going to beat around the bush. They want somebody who knows what they want and who's going to ask for it.